Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video we have a lot of interesting things to talk about. Some good and some I have mixed feelings about. So as usual, in case you guys like this one, make sure to slap that little red button down below and let's get right into it. First thing that we're going to talk about is refurbished quests on Amazon. Refurbished is something I absolutely love. I've been buying a lot of things refurbished or just used in general. Not only are you saving old electronics that would otherwise be going to waste, but you're also usually getting things at a very attractive price, including drone batteries. That's something I've been buying used a lot. And it seems like Amazon has gotten onto that trend with Quest 2s, allowing you to get some attractive deals. Let me tell you more. The Quest has quietly began selling officially refurbished Quest 2 units earlier this month, and now Amazon is offering them with an even more generous 1-year warranty. So yes, this has quietly happened officially on the Oculus website, but now it's happening on Amazon. A lot of people prefer buying off Amazon than other websites because of their returns policy and other things that they have over other sites. Starting in early February, Oculus has begun selling refurbished Quest 2 units with a $50 discount. While it's been possible to find refurbished Quest 2 headsets previously, getting one officially from Oculus brings in the original packaging with all the original accessories, along with a 30-day return policy and a 6-month warranty. However, now Amazon has begun offering the same refurbished units certified by Oculus at the same price, but with an even more generous 1-year warranty. This is very exciting. As we know, these are electronics. Electronics can break, can come damaged, and that warranty is what gives us that peace of mind. I mean, it certainly gave me the peace of mind when buying the Elite head strap. Amazon is selling both models under its renewed premium program, which in this case promises the headset will ship in the original packaging with original accessories and have at least 90% battery capacity, and of course include that 1-year replacement or refund guarantee. While it's not clear how many regions this is available in, but beyond the US, it has already been spotted on Amazon in Australia, Mexico, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. So this is quite exciting, again, getting the Quest into the hands of more people. However, you might want to think twice, as right after this, we have a story of some refurbished units not exactly being up to scratch, pun intended. Because posted by user DNYank1, this is what Meta considers good as new? Scratch the hell out of a refurbished Quest 2. And if you look close at the image, yes, this is in horrible, horrible condition. This would definitely be visible inside the headset. This is not acceptable whatsoever, and if this was actually shipped like this refurbished, it should immediately be replaced. Yes, we do have things like Polywatch, but using it myself, I haven't used it on the Quest. I wouldn't dare to scratch my Quest lens on purpose. It would be pain and suffering watching that happen, but I have tried it on other devices and it hasn't worked 100% the best. Maybe on Quest lenses, it would work beautifully. Do let me know down below if you've ever used it. As someone said in the comments, damn, you'd think that in a refurb, they'd just pop out the lenses and install new ones, but apparently that's not what they're doing. I wonder what they could possibly be refurbishing. Talking about issues with headsets in general, here's an issue that has been plaguing headsets for a while now. Being logged out of your Facebook or Oculus account and just not being able to log back in. All your games disappearing from your library and you not being able to play. I had this issue, but it magically disappeared after 4 days after I just left my headset sitting there because it's not like I could use it without any accounts on it, but people are having this issue and it's not fixing itself. Essentially what happens is after an update, sometimes you can just get signed out of all your accounts. If you're lucky, the headset will ask you to sign back in when you try to launch something. However, for most users, all their apps are completely gone, you can't launch anything, and there's no way to sign back in. If you are one of the people with this issue, please let me know down below, and if you've managed to fix it, please do let us know down below, as a lot of people are facing this, and honestly, I think it would be a massive help. It is a problem, as again, it doesn't seem to be disappearing for a lot of people, and you end up having to factor a reset. But on a good note, because enough of the negativity, the teleport feature is now here. We finally have the teleport feature inside Quest Home. People have started saying that they are finally receiving it. Videos are showing up on Reddit. This is great. This is what we've been waiting for a very long time. Who else has received the teleport option update in the home environment on Quest? Posted by the Bus of the Undead. If they hold the forward on the joystick, the dots pop up. Pointed at one of the dots and release face to teleport. And this is super cool, as it finally means that we will be able to start inviting people over to our home environments and possibly watch some movies together inside our home environments. What I'm super interested in is how this is going to work with custom home environments, as I think it would be so utterly cool to be able to invite someone to your custom home environment. This is what we used to have on PC VR, and honestly, I cannot wait for all these features to start appearing on Quest. Do let me know whether you have gotten the moving inside home environment update, or whether that feature isn't there for you just yet. I am waiting on it myself. It has not yet appeared. I'm going to try reset experimental settings after we record this video, as that sometimes does seem to help. Mark Zuckerberg on face and eye tracking on the next Quest, saying that it is a big focus for the next headsets. Meta CEO, chairman, and controlling shareholder Mark Zuckerberg said face and eye tracking are a big focus for the next version of Quest. In a wider-ranging interview with Lex Friedman on his eponymous podcast, Zuckerberg revealed there's a whole part of your brain that's just focused on reading facial cues. So when we're designing the next version of Quest or the VR headset, a big focus for us is face tracking and basically eye tracking, so you can make eye contact, which isn't really something you can do over video conference. This is really exciting. I've played around with face tracking before. I have the Vive tracker. A lot of people ask me what that square on the front of my Quest is. That's a 3D printed mount that you guys can actually access. I've made it available to the public that allows you to mount the Vive facial tracker onto your Quest, and that has already added so much more to conversations with people, as when you see their faces, you can see their facial expressions, whether they're happy, they're sad, whether they're staying silent, or whether they're fiddling with their tongue. But with eyes, it's a whole different story. I'm sure you guys know that there's a bunch of different facial cues people can be making, and essentially silently giving you information that you might not be able to tell from their voice. If someone is ashamed, they might be looking away. If someone is trying to focus, they might be looking at you. But you never want to be directly looking at a person either, because that's creepy. There's a bunch of different things that go into the ways we interact, and adding face and eye tracking into VR is going to make those interactions that much more human, something you can't do over video conference. As with moving our hands and speaking at the same time, you know, making little things here and there, all of that goes into the ways we interact, and it's going to be incredible once all of those cues come into VR. It's going to be human. Here is one of the largest pieces of news from the last 2 days. Pico. Pico was acquired by ByteDance, ByteDance being the parent company of TikTok. So essentially, TikTok now has a VR headset, but it gets larger. It seems that Pico is now partnering with Qualcomm, the largest manufacturer of chips currently for any VR headset. The Oculus Quest 2 running the Qualcomm XR2 chip, the Oculus Quest 1 running the Snapdragon 885, my phone running the 885? 886? I don't even know at this point. What I'm trying to present to you here is Qualcomm is huge in making chips. They make ARM64 chips for your phone, for some tablets, and for most VR devices. Pico partnering up with them and them being the main competitor to the Quest 2 at a very similar price in the Chinese market is huge. At MWC 2022, which happened this week, ByteDance and Qualcomm announced a collaboration on XR hardware and software. ByteDance last year acquired Pico, as I was telling you earlier, and now, essentially, we're waiting to see what occurs from it. ByteDance CEO Ling Rubo said, "We are excited about the fact that we will be working together on hardware, software, and technology roadmaps to enable the ecosystem for Pico. We look forward to the future Pico devices that are powered by Snapdragon Space's XR developer platform. While Meta develops its own tracking software for Quest with Snapdragon Spaces, Qualcomm offers the core technologies to device makers entering the AR and VR space, letting them focus on the hardware and content. Both Quest and Snapdragon Spaces offer positional tracking, hand tracking, and spatial anchors, but Spaces goes further with advanced features like plane detection, image recognition, spatial meshing, occlusion, and scene understanding." Essentially, what I'm trying to get through here is this is going to be very big. I think we're about to see more and more projects coming out from Pico, and hopefully they'll be available to us as well. Whether you will want to purchase them and support Pico is an entirely different story, as that goes much, much deeper, especially now with ByteDance behind it. And I mean, with that, I think it goes without saying that Meta might have reasons to worry. With Qualcomm's chips offering so much more than their current devices, Pico is going to be quite a bit ahead of Meta if they don't do something about it. With their devices, you know, coming into the Chinese market being roughly the same price as the Quest 2 headset, but now if they're going to be better and possibly offering more, well, that means competition. Sure, people might say that it's ByteDance. You've essentially got two companies, two big corporations that people aren't too happy about. Which one do you go for? But essentially, it's still competition. And if one does more than the other, people might go for Pico. But I guess we'll just have to see. Either way, this is going to get interesting. But I would love to hear your opinion down below. As again, as you can probably see, Qualcomm Spaces is a huge technology that will hopefully propel us into the future as more and more devices use it. With all of those detections, I think AR is going to be beautiful. Gabe Newell cannot stop hinting at a new Valve HMD. By the way, if you guys don't know, Gabe actually ended up delivering some Steam Decks by hand just this week. It was really cool to see. I mean, it's just a lovely gesture, you know? Imagine the faces of the people that received their Steam Deck from Gabe. That's a fantastic gesture. Props to you, Gabe. Too bad he couldn't come here. Gabe, come to my house. Valve's Gabe Newell has dropped more hints that the Steam creator is working on a standalone headset of its own. In another interview surrounding the release of the portable Steam Deck device, this time from Eurogamer, Newell alluded to how work with Valve's current VR offerings had helped build the handheld. Similarly, work on Steam Deck could go on to influence what the company does next in VR. To quote, "You know, all of these things relate to each other, right? A lot of technology that we might be using and future versions of that comes, you know, from technology that we develop for VR," Newell explained. And then if you flip it around and look at a highly performant handheld mobile PC gaming device, you sort of say, well, can't I have that in a tetherless integrated VR solution? As you can see, they're definitely working at something in the background, and with sadly it's Bradley constantly releasing leaks for us about the deck art, well, it's not hard to say that we will be seeing something. It's just a matter of when rather than if, and we have no clue when just yet. And as a final note, I just want to push this out there. I won't be going too far into this, as I really don't know what YouTube's terms of service tell me about what I can and can't say about this, and you know, we want to be on the safe side. What's up, Susan? But VR dating apps. I've recently started seeing more and more news-related articles coming out about Metaverse dating apps. In fact, here's a cool story. I met my English teacher from my secondary school yesterday on the way home. By the way, props to you in case you're watching this. You know who you are. You were amazing. Thank you for everything you did. But he knew about the Metaverse, and when I told him what I do for a living, he was like, oh, the Metaverse. And I'm like, yes. But of course, you know, everyone has conflicting opinions about the Metaverse, whether it's good or bad. And now we've got the dating apps. Honestly, I don't know how this works. I know people from VR chat that have found their soulmates in VR chat, then met up in real life. But with VR and Metaverse dating apps, of course, it's no longer catfishing. It's literally, you don't know what the person looks like. And I think this starts a whole different just field of problems. But I could be completely wrong there, which is why I would love to hear your opinions about it. Again, I'm gonna have to look more into YouTube's terms of service, and maybe we'll get into this a little bit more some other time. But for now, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic day or night. If you guys like this one, please leave a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comment section below. Thank you so much to all the patrons supporting this channel. You guys help me out a ton, making these videos better, paying for my little services here and there, paying my bills, and stuff like that. So thank you so much for that. In case you guys would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, I've got sick mugs down below that boost your FPS by 300%, and merch that does not put a huge ad on your body. And as usual, in case you guys are not yet part of this community and would like to join us, check out our Discord down below and check out our Reddit, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. And in case you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.